before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you further clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope will show up for you, and your moon sign horoscope will present the less prominent side story that will also be occurring, usually closer to home. You can find any video you are looking for by checking out the playlist menu on my main channel page. Horoscopes serve best when viewed like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over the outcome of any occurrence with your thoughts, emotions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. And if you would like to schedule any of my services or leave a tip or donation, you can do so at my website, integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. All right, Sagittarius, it's time to have a look and see what the most prominent themes and energies of this week are as they impact all areas of your life in one fashion or another. Once again, we are working with the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and your cards are as follows. The Knight of Cups, or the Adept of Chalices. The Queen of Cups, or the Sage of Chalices. The Death card, or Transition, and the Eight of Swords, or the Eight of Orbs. And so this week, I'm seeing that there is a new companion that is actually stepping onto the scene that will actually be a very compatible addition to your circle. This could be something that is platonic or romantic. It really all depends on how this is going to become integrated. But we definitely get that sense of a very profound sort of non-corporeal understanding, right? There is a very strong spiritual or emotional resonance going on here. And everyone just seems to click. And again, how this integrates really will depend, right? Is this sort of a brotherhood, sisterhood kind of vibe that really just kind of comes together perfectly almost right out the gate? Is this something romantic? Again, that remains to be seen. But what I am also finding is that this is something that is coming in that is to be mutually enhancing. This is something that is actually going to be providing a lot of energy that is actually filling voids mutually for you and for them. There will also be a gift or a handoff that is going to almost immediately have a place to be put to use when it comes to actually charging up or nurturing or expanding the growth potential of a certain pursuit or a certain project that might actually still be kind of, how do I phrase it? It's almost like it's not like it's hit the wall, but it seems to have hit sort of a pattern or maybe a stage in its growth where it's not actually getting bigger. It's almost like getting a bigger flower pot so you can have a bigger plant. It's getting a bigger venue so that you can fill it with more followers or more clients or customers. It's getting something that is going to ultimately get filled right away. There are new resources also coming in for this because I feel like it's something that's actually, again, it's a handoff that is coming to you that is ultimately going to meet a very specific need that is, it might not necessarily feel like a need in the beginning because we might not necessarily think like, oh, well, we need this really bad or we need this to grow, but it is a necessary component for growth that might actually provide a fair amount of rewards really close at hand or, in the short term. However, as this is all going on, we do also have a chapter of your life that I'm feeling like you may have, or maybe other people have, been passionately preserving or making completely still, now being, having its last week in your life, okay? Whether it's got to come to an end or it's had to come to an end. It's almost come to an end several times, but we keep finding clever ways to go back to it or to preserve it, conserve it, turn it around, trying to always go backwards to set up that little arrangement. Whatever it is, this is not going to be something that can actually be kept on in perpetuity anymore. Now, this might not be something that you have a negative response to. Like I said, this could be also something that a partner keeps doing. This could be something a family member, a coworker, a roommate, a flatmate keeps doing. But what's happening here is that everyone is now needing to actually move forward. Everyone is getting the push to move on and move forward, not try to conserve, maintain, and sustain, a wash, rinse, and repeat looping reality experience. And as that happens, I think it's because, we've got these gifts, these new companions coming in, going like, look, we need more room. Don't you want this? And I mean, the answer is absolutely yes. There will also, however, as we go through this, be a need to address and finally release an agreement or maybe an accepted block or unhealthy arrangement that can no longer be sustained. And what I'm getting from this is also a pattern of living, something that maybe has been, again, negotiated, it's been bargained, it's been put into a situation where you are, how would I phrase it, where we've been trying really, really hard to kind of maybe override the negative consequences of, so we can keep it, right? That kind of bargaining stage. I don't think that is going to be doable anymore. And when we talk about addressing an agreement or an arrangement, this could be something that we know is not the healthiest choice or the most sound choice or the most sound way of being, but it's something that we might be kind of holding up for others. It might be a crutch of our own, the crutch of an entire friendship circle, the crutch of a family, crutch of a relationship. It's going to need to go. And I feel like this is a week where, again, you're getting so many upgrades, you're getting so many influxes of, let's just say, more more suitable, more complementary resources and opportunities. It should be easy to let it go, but I would not be surprised if there might be some folks who are maybe just not necessarily a fan of change for change's sake. They might actually be anti-change to be anti-change's sake. So give yourself the freedom and allow other people to have the freedom as well to stop recreating the same thing over and over again. So that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.